doing a quest right now. I'm just going to kind of let everybody watch quietly.
Well? Ah, another adventurer. If you've come looking for salt rice, you'll have better luck in the market. A slim harvest, you know, and we're a bit short-handed at the moment. My son, Sathan, has gone missing, you see. You haven't run into him, have you?
I'm afraid not. I've actually come to ask if you'd be interested in selling your farm.
Wouldn't I? I gave up work as a financier in Balmora for a chance at the simple life. I love it here. But my wife, she struggles with the agrarian life. We'd jump at the chance to leave, believe me. But not before finding our boy.
If I find your son, you'll sell me your plot?
Yes, in an instant. Like I said, Nineveh's practically packed her bags already. If you bring back our boy, we'll sell. Sathan's always been a thrill-seeker. Probably got lost in that Daedric ruin, Esutanimus. You'll find it just east of here.
What can you tell me about this Daedric ruin?
It's called Esutanimus. Sathan's taken an interest in Daedric history. A waste of time if you ask me, but I do admire his enthusiasm. We spoke about the shrine just a few days before he vanished. Apparently it venerates that monster, Molag Bal.
Have you seen any Daedra there?
I don't go anywhere near that place. We've got enough troubles here. Lean harvests, clumsy Telvanni wizards, my wife hen pecking me to death. No, I'll not invite some plague from the House of Troubles as well.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Seryo. Be careful, and 3 protect you.
Goodbye. As I rode that, I had to contemplate could a boy be doing out in cabins by himself? I had to find out.
Keep your weapons sharp and close. Please, I need to my food.
Where is it? Where is she? Not again! Hey, over here!
I'm coming.
Someone without wings and razor-sharp teeth. There's a sight for sore eyes.
Sethian Rendo? Your parents sent me.
That's me, Sathan Rendo, explorer extraordinaire. My parents are worried. Typical. My mother barely trusts me to push a broom, let alone investigate a ruin. Of course, things could be better. I've attracted the attention of some winged twilights.
What do you mean attracted?
Every time I try to make my escape, they swoop down on my head. Not to hurt me, mind you. They just sort of tussle my hair with their claws and push me back into the ruins, cooing all the while. I think they see me as some kind of pet.
Alright, well I'll distract them. You make a run for it.
A daring escape. You'll have to slay them, eh? Pity. Of course, I did see them tear an Ashlander apart as he wandered by, so I won't shed too many tears. I'll make a run for it. We can meet up west of here towards Voss. Be careful.
Alright, get ready. I'll distract them.
Ah! The matriarch is coming! Be careful! I'll run straight back to Voss!
Lots of enemies here. need to let my stamina build.
Help out a poor soul?
Came after me? You're getting as bad as Mother. I'm not a child.
Believe me, I'd rather be bagging our crop. But you know how your mother is. She won't give me a moment's peace.
Fine. I just need a breather.
There you are. Sorry to check up on you. I knew you had the situation well in hand, but Nineveh practically kicked me out. Said not to come back without Sathan. I'm glad I won't be going back empty-handed.
He attracted the attention of some winged twilights.
Attracted the attentions? Never mind. I don't want to know. I'll miss this place, but Vec knows I'm not much of a farmer. I'm just glad I got to thank you in person. Your partner, Myrtis, already paid me for the deed to the property.
Partner? I don't have a partner.
What? Oh dear. The fellow was very convincing. Caught me right before I set out to find Sathan. He wasn't much of a conversationalist, just paid me a hefty sum of gold and snatched up the deed. He set out toward Voss once we finished the sale.
Well, goodbye. I knew I had to get that deed.
What?
Here's the deed, Lady Tidrissa.
Good. Deal with any loose ends.
Well, if it isn't my favorite loose end. Time to tie it off. Well, if it isn't my favorite loose end. Time to tie it off.
I knew I needed to send my partner some of my findings. Now I must head back. Warm myself by the fire momentarily. It's a good fire. Perhaps I'll play some music. Celebrate my victory. I have no tales to tell here. I must venture back. How far? Such a long travel. Ah, but I have a town to discover. Perhaps I'll investigate. Let me introduce myself. Find a fast travel point.
One more day, that is all I ask. Lane and Manuendo must have a plan to save this place.
Well, let's see what help you may need.
You mean to spend some time in Voss? I wouldn't linger if I were you. You don't have scales or fur, so you should be safe for a time. But if Savarak and his lackeys smell a whiff of danger on you, they'll put a knife in your back by supper time.
Who is Savarak?
The new wizard magistrate. When Mistress Dratha fell ill, House Telvanni put Savarak in charge of Voss. It was all honey and orchids for a time, but not anymore. The people are desperate for Dratha to return. I'm beginning to lose hope.
Has anyone tried to do anything about it?
Openly? No. Some work against him in secret, but he sicks his black snail mercenaries on anyone who opposes him publicly. Don't believe me? Ask him yourself. He covets Telmora Tower, but until Dratha dies, he holds court in the Gathering House.
Well, I'm in the midst of another adventure at this point in time, but I'll pay Savarak a visit.
Keep your wits around Savarak. He's slippery as a slaughterfish, and twice as deadly.
I will return and ask more about this Savarak once I am able. Goodbye. Time to travel. nice leopard you have there. Oh, hello, the direwolf puppy. Watch me. Excuse me. I have returned.
Back so soon? Well, you're quite the negotiator. I trust you found a suitable property outside Voss.
Not exactly. A dark elf swept in, bought the deed, and gave it to a wizard named Jinrisa.
Jinrisa? Interesting. That envious hag never misses an opportunity to stick a thumb in Firith's eye. Listen carefully. I need you to acquire that deed as quickly as possible, before she makes it public that she's bought land near Voss.
How do you suggest that I do that?
I suggest you use all available means. You can begin by searching the Adepts' Hall in Tel Naga. I will warn you that the Adepts' Hall is not open to outsiders. You'll need to be careful while searching for the deed so as not to raise suspicion.
I understand.
Jinris has offered us a chance to double our winnings. If we acquire the deed and embarrass her in the process, Firith's bound to support my promotion.
As you wish. Goodbye. I think for this, I'll need a different outfit. A different costume, perhaps. One that makes me a little more stealthy. Perhaps I'll go with the shrouded armor. And I must, of course, put on my hat. Oh, skills. Wonderful. There we go. Ah, much more stealthy. Hello, good stuff. You can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man. No time to talk. Stealthy. Middle name. Oh, look at you. Run by me. Call out attention. That's right. Distract her. I'll make my entry. No need to hide in here. Let's trespass, shall we?
You could have walked out. Now the guards will haul you away.
Oh. Yes, well, I was not very stealthy there, now was I? Gods, have me pay. House guard.
Look, I'm only asking because my captain will kill me if I don't. Can I collect your bounty, please?
Sure, you ask so politely.
Wait, you're actually giving in?
Yes.
That's great!
Don't I look like I should? Alright, let's go. Sneaky. Ooh, book to read. Each one of these books furthers my cause.
Should I offer him the land at a ridiculous price?
Oh.
I asked nicely. Now the gods. Call the gods.
Oh, I can't. Oh, this might not be. He's going to kill me because I turned off the do not strike. Thanks to my wife who advised me to do so. That was the biggest mistake ever. Yes, and now I need to hit them so that I can escape this room. There are no buckets here. You see buckets? No, no, Mayhe. And I can't get out. There. Oh, I'll just die. You can't attack. You cannot attack this target because the preventing attack of innocence option is on. That's why you always attack innocents. Thank you, wife. I'll just sneak out.
As long as you just hide in the jars.
There's no jars in here. You're thinking of a different quest.
No, I'm not.
Yes, yes, you are. Trust me.
Nope, I did that one. Slaves.
There's multiple ones. This is not with slaves.
Yes, it is. Sun and Shadow, yeah. The Argonian.
There are no buckets in here. Trust me. You saw, I ran around. There are no buckets. No buckets to jump in. There were buckets on a previous attempt in that room, but there are no buckets that time. You saw, I ran in circles.
It's been a long day, so let's keep this short. The scales have been balanced.
Everybody saw. It's on video. Everybody saw.
There are. I know.
There are not. I was in that room before, and there were. There were not buckets that time. You saw me run around them. They glow. They glow. They did not glow in that one. Trust me. I will show you the video. That was earlier. That was earlier. This is towards the end of the quest. I'm securing the deed at this point. I'm securing the deed, not freeing slaves. She is already a free slave.
Did you find the deed?
Yes, I
I
did.
hate to think that clumsy wizard Jenrissa outnixed me on this.
I got the deed back from Jenrissa. You can give it to Firith as you planned.
Oh, no. I can't do it myself. It's not subtle or even polite. If a Telvanni just bluntly demands this thing or that service. I'm sorry to impose once again. But could you give the deed to Master Firith on my behalf?
I suppose I can deliver it. You are very, very persuasive. However, I am growing tired of your fetch quests.
I know I've asked a lot, trust me. Payment is forthcoming. Just offer the deed to Firith and tell him that Sun and Shadow would like his written support for elevation to the rank of retainer. Make it subtle, but not too subtle, you know.
Where can I find Master Firith?
Just west of here, in a place called Hanoud. Firith values his privacy, so be wary of Atronachs and traps, and don't be surprised if he's a bit, eccentric. Meet me in the council hall when you return. I have a very good feeling about this.
Eccentric. Eccentric means that I am going to get hurt. However, farewell, goodbye. That loud voice in the background is some spiritual essence. See where we may be headed. Oh my. What? What do you need? What do you need? No, it's very early already. You may have what you have now. I refuse to break my character. My good people, we will finish this quest. I wish to fish. Not in a dish. Maybe if we run across this? Yes. Very convenient. My traveling companion seems to be on other parts of this world. Normally she would assist me. Thank you. Beautiful world. Oh, a flame atriac. That's going to be fun. Two, even better. Are we planning to fight? Yes, so. Let's get on, fellas. Oh, I love it. I feel really interested. Oh, mushrooms. Yes, mushrooms. I must celebrate that victory. Don't bring flame to an ice party. I liked your little traps there. Master Feareth.
Ugh, more visitors? I have those Atronachs out there for a reason. Can't you see there's no room? Oh, for Vex's sake, never mind. What do you want from us?
Sun and Shadows thought you might be interested in the deed to some land outside of Voss.
Did she now? How prescient. Quite impressive, wouldn't you say, Geralt? Yes, I thought so too. I'm glad she chose to give it to me, and not that guar-faced bumbler Jinrissa. I suppose she wants something in return? These hirelings always do.
Yes. She'd appreciate your written support for her promotion to retainer.
Ah, yet another social climber. How tiresome. Still, exchanging a simple endorsement for valuable property seems like quite the bargain. Very well, it's a deal. Get out, be a dear, and fetch me that pen. What? Oh, fine, I'll get it myself.
Alright, well, goodbye.
This should do. Now, off with you. My friends and I have pressing business. So much to do!
Oh, you don't want a piece of this. Kaguiti. Alright, let's get this done. Oh, whoa, look at this. Let's get done here. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot to collect the accommodation. There it is. I thought it impossible to members of her race. For this reason alone she deserves recognition and respect. She will serve the house bell and rule as retainer. Honor and regards. Firith, master of the great house Televani, steward of Hound. Deliver it. I shall. Renegade, mount up. Good day. Shallow waters, desktop. Rest, my bear, rest. Regain composure. Let us go.
We will review the request soon. In the meantime, continue your studies.
Muthsera Sooth is most kind. I thank you. Ha! I recognize that swagger. Firith agreed to my demands, didn't he?
Yes, Master Firith agreed to endorse you.
Excellent! I ran into Counselor Angharal just a moment ago. Totally by chance, I might add. I asked her about the potential for advancement. She hedged a bit. This endorsement will make all the difference.
Well, here's the writ. Firith seemed pleased with the deal.
Well, that makes two of us. I took no pleasure in spending all that coin, but as a retainer, I'll be able to double that sum before long. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a writ to deliver. Thank you again, my friend.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Always. She is busy and in a hurry.
Oh, hello, Oki.
She is always busy these days. I worry she flirts with the flames of the sun and does not know to fear the fire.
What's wrong, Yogi?
My heart and I have barely spoken. She strains her spines both day and night, poring through tomes and hatching her schemes. Her eyes are fixed on the next rank, and the next after that. I fear for her. A soul without rest grows dim as twilight.
So she hasn't shared her next plan with you?
No, she has not. All to the good, I guess. A finless fish weakens the shoal. But enough about me. You, my friend, are a mighty swimmer. Seek her out in her stone-dwelling place. If I know my heart, she will certainly have a task for you.
All right. I'll talk to her. I've grown fond of you, Ioki. For now, we will gather ourselves, take a look at our inventory items. So I just got the Garnet Room of Reduced Feet. Oh no, that's what I have. So the Televani Retainers. Oh, very nice. Maximum Magica. Uses maximum health. Reduce stamina cost of abilities. Well, I would have to say that does reduce stamina costs. Perhaps I can enchant on my own that way. It does increase spell damage for what little I use. Oh, might as well. Alright. I saw something about skills here. Ah yes, my Winter's Embrace has gone up. Impaling Shards. I can now morph this when it's time, which means I can increase its potential. Okay. Alright, my friends, I bid you a fond evening. Good evening. Go out with this song.